Live from the Keon Sports Media Network studios, it is By the Playbook. Want to be the last to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I am Brandon Soder, alongside Michael Turnovan, Patrick Walls. Guys, how we doing?
I mean, my weekend starts now, so I can't complain.
Go.
My weekend starts tomorrow, so I can't
Nice.
complain.
Go. It's that weird time of year where days don't matter. It's acceptable to start drinking at 8 a.m. and nothing makes
Speaking
sense.
of,
There you go.
Casamigos, sponsor, come get us.
Come on the pod. Foreshadowing. So, again, with the holidays being in full swing, we're going to give you guys a little bit of an abbreviated episode, but we'll still hit on the important things nonetheless. So let's go ahead and get right into it with the Cleveland Browns, who won a game.
Playing spoiler, love it.
So
We took the Steelers to Browntown.
Sure did. Cleveland's apparently a terrifying place to play for the Steelers. They lost 6-13.
That's terrifying for the fans, too.
A little bit.
Yeah, say no
It was
one
not a
enjoyed
fun
being at
game.
that game, not even Browns fans.
No. But speaking of playing spoiler, the Steelers, if they would have won this game, they would have locked up the division. It would have been, set and done, despite the fact that Baltimore won with Snoop Huntley last week. But now this sets up a winner-take-all next week between the Ratbirds and the Steelers.
Yep.
Ugly game all across the board. Shadur Sanders update. Decent game, still threw a couple picks, and that one touchdown to Harold Fannin, which was absolutely incredible.
It was so
It was
pretty.
More on
such a
Fannon's part
bad-
than his.
I would say that was such a bad throw, but Fannin, even with his groin falling off the bone, made an incredible catch.
That was so cool. I love that guy so much.
Fannon's incredible. Swess had another great game. The rookie class has still been awesome, but
Oh yeah.
but again, Shador 186 yards still, that one touchdown, like I said, 2 picks. Offense, the second half specifically, could do nothing. I
No.
want to say there was 70 total yards of offense in the second half.
I don't understand. Like, I get that, Tomlin might have made some adjustments, but those first 3 drives that the Browns had, I think we got 90% of our yards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
what
then
happened?
nothing else for the next 38 minutes of football.
I guess, you do take out your number one receiver in Fannin, and not even fanboying over him, but, you take out your best receiver. Nobody else can move the ball. Nobody else can play the ball.
I would say Judy was looking like not a Pro Bowl wide receiver, but he was looking like a serviceable wide receiver. He was
making
catching
good
the ball, getting chunk plays, and then what? He just disappears?
You guys ready for my tinfoil hat theory on this?
Okay.
So I think we all kind of saw that the game plan, especially offensively, was to keep Myles Garrett from getting that sack record.
Well, yeah, of course.
And it legitimately affected the game, and I think ultimately led to the Browns winning this thing. What if Tomlin was taking the Browns so unseriously, which I wouldn't put it past him because he's got a weird reputation for doing weird shit when he's a favorite, where the defensive game plan was also to keep Garrett from getting the record. Let the Browns offense stay out there and not actually score, but just keep your offense off the field. Let the Browns keep playing. And then all of a sudden they go down 10-0 and it's like, oh, fuck, this isn't going to work.
If Arthur Smith was still there, I would believe
He
that
is.
theory.
It is.
He is. You're thinking of Matt
sorry,
Canada.
yeah, no.
You're thinking of
No,
Canada.
yeah. Yep, yeah, no. So if Matt Canada was still there, I would absolutely believe that theory, but I don't
Arthur
think
Smith's
there
no
are
upgrade,
enough-
man. It's that meme of the grandpa getting the same shirt he's wearing for Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same crap again.
But what if, to your point, to even further that theory, the Browns recognized what Tomlin did, so the Browns said, fine, we're not getting offensive yards anymore then. We're just keeping our defense out there. We're not converting on first downs. No more first downs.
It's just a giant pissing contest. It's genius. The Browns have nothing to lose. The Steelers had everything to lose.
It was the exact opposite of the Kyle Shanahan, Ben Johnson chess match on Monday Night Football. It was, okay, cool, we're going to make no offense and have the defense win the game.
Yeah.
It's a checkers match, but half the pieces are missing, replaced with crayons.
It was them playing backgammon with checkers pieces.
There you go.
Shadur definitely thinks they're Smarties. He's just eating them.
Shadur's
the
over there
red one's
playing
hurt.
that concentration game where you have to get all the pieces in before it shoots back up, but
The
none of the pieces
concentration
are
game.
correct.
What's the concentration game? Is that
Is
what
that
they play
like
at
Peggle?
camp?
Oh.
I don't think it's called the concentration game, but
No.
it's that like square
We're moving
game.
past that before it.
I think that just whooshed.
Oh, absolutely did, yeah.
Yep. We're gonna let that simmer.
Anyways,
Still, fun game towards the end. The Steelers finally had something going on that last drive. Browns had a goal line stand to finish it off. Did look like maybe a little bit of pass interference that we got away with.
Slightly.
And that pass was also not catchable, which almost makes it more frustrating. Like, it wasn't so uncatchable that shouldn't have been called. But even if that corner was nowhere near the receiver, I don't think he was getting high enough to go grab it. I think it was MVS that he threw to.
it was envious. They went to him like 3 times in a row.
Which is my next point. I can't feel particularly bad when your goal line offensive plan is to just throw it up to Marquez Valdez-Scantling 4 times in a row.
Like you have a 6'8", 400-pound tight end. Just
He broke his
giving
arm.
the ball somewhere.
Washington broke his arm, I'm pretty sure. Like, that guy got hurt.
Was he not
Yes,
in?
never mind. He was out by the end of the game. He broke his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Name another Steelers receiver that they could have thrown the ball to. I almost can't blame them.
Pat Fry.
I would have rather thrown it to fucking Kenneth Gainwell or Jalen Warren.
No, Gainwell that is actually a really solid counter argument because that guy's got the best hands on that
They
team.
have like 8
No,
tight
I'll allow
ends.
it. Yeah,
All
but
of
they're
them
not
are
the Rams.
Either way. So Browns get again, we come away with a win. It's always fun to beat the Steelers regardless of what kind of situation we're in. Again, I don't know what it is with Mike Tomlin, dude. Like, anytime he is a road favorite, specifically, it seems like the dude just shits the bed. Good God, what are you guys doing?
I'm not doing anything.
I'm not doing anything. I don't have access to the Google Docs, so it's 1,000% not me.
It's for those watching at home that can't see our note sheet that we have going. Mike is currently just in editor mode, leaving notes as we go along about
Not me.
grammar.
Anonymous.
Oh yeah, sorry, anonymous.
Oh, it's a spooky ghost. It's just ectoplasm.
Anyway, but
It's Jim McConville.
Yes, Jim
Jim
has
McConnell.
full editing access. He can do whatever he wants to the doc. We'll get to him in a
Yes.
second, but crazy
He can
stat
do
though to
mean car.
anyway. The one stat to take away from this though, and I know you guys have seen it, but still I had to like double check it to believe it. The Browns have now won 4 games in a row against the Steelers at home, and 5 out of the last 6.
But we still can't beat them in Pittsburgh.
Nope.
I say it's been since what,
Yep,
2003? Yeah.
Which is wild.
But
20 years is a long time.
Yeah.
more than that even. Yeah, but hey, still I'm taking this as a win.
Oh, 100%.
No
It's
quarterbacks
legit.
won in Cleveland since Roethlisberger, so maybe we just completely flipped the curse. I don't know.
Hopefully, but it keeps our pick of the Bird Bowl still alive.
Technically is still alive, and that's going to be kind of the episode today, guys. We're going to go revisit what we thought was going to happen at the beginning of the year.
It's bad, guys. It's bad.
Not great.
Not pretty.
But a few things before we get to that. One, last game against the Bengals on Sunday. Again, pretty inconsequential game. But yippee. We got one more in us, boys. See if Shadur can ball out against a bad defense. But I want to let you guys know, this podcast is brought to you by Jim McConville of Helene Kia. For over 2 decades, Jim McConville of Helene Kia in North Olmsted on the Rain Road has been your trusted source for all new and used vehicles. Knowledge of the car buying industry and experience you can trust. Jim makes sure the customer is satisfied, safe, and drives away in a car they can afford and enjoy. Visit him today at 27932 Lorraine Road in North Olmsted.
Love you, Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
Mike is still adding editing notes on here, so I'm going to attempt to read around this. Before we get into our god-awful predictions that we had, Stefon Diggs made the news today, and his brother, Trayvon.
Yeah.
So, came out that Stefon Diggs was facing a felony strangulation charge and a misdemeanor assault charge. He has not been arrested yet, from what I understand, but the police report did leak out. And allegedly, I guess he got into some sort of disagreement with his private chef. Went into her bedroom, which I don't know why he was in a place where he could go into her bedroom. And
She is
strangled her.
stay-at-home chef.
I mean, she probably lives on the premises with that much money.
That's fair.
It's a very doable thing, but also that is the most entitled thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, oh, my private chef screwed up my meal. Let's go strangle them.
Supposedly it was over money she wasn't paid, but
Even still, wouldn't she be the
So
one
she
to
should be
strangle him?
strangling him.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like what?
Like in
The wrong
what
person
world are like,
strangling him.
you owe me money? No, bitch.
Bitch, how you gonna get money when you can't breathe?
Yeah. Yeah, is that his thought? Like, oh, if I kill her, I don't have to pay her? Like,
Uh-huh.
Dude, he's
Hey,
got
guess what?
to save any money that he can for that alimony he's eventually gonna have to pay Cardi B. All right, like I understand.
Cardi B
Did
makes
you-
more money than he does.
No,
And
She
also,
has to pay
speaking of
alimony.
Cardi
That's
B
how
and
it
him,
works.
did you see him fake a proposal on the turf the other day? Because that was hilarious.
Yes.
Like she's
No,
walking out,
no, I
she's
did
wearing all
not.
pink, and he gets down like, "Oh, I'm gonna look. I gotta tie my shoe." He's such a fuck. I love him.
That would have been a hell
He-
to do it in MetLife Stadium would have been phenomenal after just boat racing the Jets. Like you bring the ring with you because you know that's the game that you're gonna be able to go off and do that.
Yeah.
Like you don't take that
Speaking
to
of boat
Buffalo.
racing- Speaking of boat racing, I'll end on this. Stefon Diggs, he's still doing well on the field, but his personal life is really falling apart ever since getting caught doing ketamine on that boat. Speaking of boat racing, ever since the
mean-
boat, things have been going downhill fast for
I
him.
say, how many people's lives get better while doing ketamine?
There's been a couple.
I feel like once you hit that point, it's just all downhill.
What a
Oh,
great
and we've
time for
lost
Mike to free.
Yeah.
Oh, we're leaving that in. That was perfect. Nope.
The face you were making while we were talking about that was fantastic. Just
Yeah, it's great. It's great. We love it here.
Anyway, and then on top of that, Stefon Diggs was also cut right after this. Like, I feel like that cannot be coincidence.
I said that is my tin hat theory, is that he was involved in this somehow,
It was literally
and the
within
Cowboys
an hour,
are like, nope, washing our hands of it.
which
We dealt with
isn't
it
like
with Zeke.
the Cowboys.
Because that's so fast. That is so fast to cut somebody and let them go right when that news comes out. Like, that's too much of a coincidence.
And
Yeah, I
why,
say
That's
there are,
a-
why now is the thing, man? Like, I get he's been
Because he
injured.
strangled somebody. That's why. What?
I
No,
say-
I'm talking about Trevon.
I say
Yeah,
one,
because
he's
his
been
brother
getting
strangled somebody and he was associated. That's
That's what
why.
I'm saying. Like, there's no other reason
Andy-
for that to make sense.
I say Andy's been getting cooked all season. Like he has not played well since his 11 pick season. So
Yeah.
2 years ago, he's played like absolute dog
Yeah,
shit.
he was
the
hurt
last
most
two
of last
seasons.
year, if I remember
He
right.
made a
Yeah.
Pro Bowl, but even then he was getting cooked.
Yeah,
Because he's
I
a
say
very
either-
high risk, high reward kind of cornerback. Either way,
It
you
was
don't cut a
kick or
guy at
touchdown.
week 17 for performance.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, it's performance plus the shit going on in the background. It's Sharon Moore all over again.
Oh, here we go.
Just without taking a butter knife, he was. It was probably a forehand thing. Like they treated it like the backyard baseball bat.
Did. Like,
Stefon Trayvon.
like, just the irony of Diggs strangling somebody and Trayvon not being able to suffocate any receivers. It's nuts. It's true.
Oh my
It's baffling. It's truly baffling.
Oh. That one caught me off guard. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
I just had to get that one in there.
I feel like this happened after Christmas. You realize how fucking awkward that would be? Like, Stefan went and choked somebody, and then Trayvon gets cut? Like, hey, motherfucker. Thanks. I don't know.
That was his Christmas gift. Like, hey, you've got free time now to spend with your children.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
All 13.
All right, before we get ourselves in trouble, best of luck, Stefon
Who's
Diggs.
he?
Rumors,
Phillip Rivers?
rumors that the league might put him on paid leave, but nothing's happened yet. So keep an eye on Twitter. I'm sure we'll learn something. But let's talk about our picks from the beginning of the year, boys. Some good, some not so good. We'll start with the NFC North, which has not quite gone according to plan. This was a division we all thought at least 2 teams would make the playoffs out of, which we were right. We were just wrong about who those teams were. So, Mike, start with you. Lions and Packers, both as playoff teams. And the Bears and Vikings missing. Vikings finishing in last.
Yeah.
Right? I had the same order.
Exact same.
I had the same order, but I had the Bears making the playoffs. So Lions, Packers, and Bears all making it. Vikings out. Patrick, Lions and Packers making it. Bears and Vikings. Obvious issue here. The Lions.
Yeah.
Complete disappointment of a season.
Big time.
Right.
Big time.
I don't understand. Like, I know the first game against the Packers, everyone's like, oh no, the Lions are broken. And I think the next 4 games out in a row, they scored like 40-plus points. And then, like, what the fuck happened the rest of the season? Like, where did that team go?
What?
I think they're just one of those teams that beats up bad teams.
They beat up good teams, though, last year.
Last year they did, for sure.
This year.
Yeah, no, yeah. But, like, I'm just saying, like, when we made these picks, it was very much like, even if they regress to the mean a little bit, they're still going to be an 11-6 team. And then, like, no, we'll go 9-7.
I think what it ultimately
Or
comes down
9-8
to,
now.
you weren't beating up on all the bad teams, though. You lost to the Vikings twice.
Yeah.
Which...
With 9.
Yeah, with...
That's not...
Once with 9, once with Max Brosmer.
That's nice.
They lost to Brosmer the second time.
Yeah,
that's pathetic.
Yeah, so what I think it is, like, obviously injuries have been a big issue with the Lions, especially, like, on that offensive line and on the defense. And it can be fixed still, but the blueprint has always kind of been there on Jared Goff. If you can get pressure in his face, especially up the middle, he's going to struggle. He needs a clean pocket to be effective, and he hasn't had that a lot this year. There's a reason that they tried bringing Frank Ragnow back out of desperation, out of retirement, to try to protect him, because they knew this was ultimately going to be an issue. And it's the reason the Vikings, who are not a good team, were able to beat him twice, because they know how to generate pressure. Like, they have a good defense still. Brian Flores knew how to get to the guy, and they're one of those teams where everything kind of has to be set in place and be perfect to be a real competitor. Yes, Mike.
I have to just focus on you saying the Vikings are a bad team. They have a bad quarterback situation.
Yes.
I can't call them a bad team. Like, that's not fair to the Vikings as a whole, and I don't think you're giving them enough credit. They're a good team. They've got a good defense.
They have a good roster outside the quarterback, and they are 8-8 now. But for a lot of this year, man, they were struggling, and a lot of it was on that offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
When you're going up against Max Brosmer and J.J. McCarthy, I really don't care how good the defense is. Those are games you should be winning if you have the expectations that the Lions do. I'm not saying that the Vikings are a dog shit team by any means, but
yeah.
No,
I'm just saying that you have to give credit to them to kind of to have that meaning of the Lions losing mean more, because you can't discredit that and be like, oh, they lost to a terrible team. It's like, no, Vikings are good minus a quarterback. Vikings can hold the Lions to 10 points for a reason.
Yeah, I say they did it last year.
Yeah, they did it last year. They just did it, last week? Like, they've
done it both times.
Yeah, it's just their quarterback situation is horrendous.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be getting any better. Again, imagine what could have been if they just kept Sam Darnold.
Probably
Who
in
knows?
the playoffs again.
Who knows?
I'm sure Justin Jefferson would have liked that. The man is going to, he's got to get lucky to get to 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
No, I don't think he will. And credit to him. Like, I feel like if you swapped in, 85% of the other wide receiver ones in the league, they would have been causing much bigger issues at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Off the field or press conferences, whatever. Jettas has been a great teammate of the year right there. By playing with some god-awful quarterbacks.
He's actually only 53 yards away from hitting 1,000.
Really?
So he might.
But he's only averaging. He's averaging 60 yards a game. So he should get it. But at the same time, the fact that he has to, if he didn't have the 17th game, he wouldn't get 1,000 yards.
And again, he's got the Bros Bomber this next week, man. I'm not betting on it.
like skills wise, he is easily 1A or 1B as receivers in this league, and the fact that he can not even get to 1,000 yards is bonkers.
Yeah, it's gross.
I have to see. Only other thing to note from this division, obviously, the Bears, NFC North champs.
Nobody saw that coming.
No,
not a
not at
single person in this world called that.
No. I didn't think Ben Johnson would turn it around that quickly.
Again, I thought they were a playoff team, but I thought they were like a 7 seed. Like,
I think people knew the pieces were there, but to your point, Brandon, yeah, like they're a 7 seed. The pieces were there, but Ben Johnson's going to need like a year to kind of get together with Caleb and work on that. No, they clicked, man. Like that worked immediately.
I think it was more just. I think that says more about how bad Matt Eberflus was than it even is about Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson's a great coach, but holy shit, man! Like this team. Again, it looks great. They don't have a lot of holes, it doesn't look like, other than their defense, which we saw against the Niners. Was rough. They can't really get to the passer. They're really reliant on turning the ball over. But, I mean, shit, they could still get the 2nd seed in the NFC.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Nobody saw it coming.
No.
So let's keep on going. Another division that we were almost all in lockstep, but we were all also wrong. NFC South. Mike. Buccaneers as the winner in that division is the only playoff team, followed by Falcons, Panthers, Saints. I said the Falcons were going to win the division. The Panthers would make the playoffs, and the Bucs and Saints would miss. And then Patrick, Bucs winning, followed by Falcons, Panthers, Saints.
Incorrect.
Oh.
I rewatched it.
What'd you have?
Because I also have those notes. I had Atlanta winning the division as well.
Really?
I was still wrong, but I did not have the Bucs winning it.
I do apologize. I must have just assumed.
But I'd rather be technically wrong than with the false rumor.
They could still end up with the same record as the division.
I also had the Panthers at 2nd.
Oh, so you had the Bucs all the way down at 3 as well?
Yes, I had the exact same setup as you, but I only had the Falcons making the playoffs.
Okay.
The craziest thing, the Falcons make sense to win this division. They make so much sense to win the NFC West. Or, sorry, what am I reading? NFC South. Wait, what order are we in?
I'd say, like, it's...
Maybe if you weren't making indentations and editing in the margins, Mike, you'd be able to follow it a little bit easier.
Well, I was going to try to keep it from just being one run-on sentence to be like, Mike, Brandon, Patrick, Brandon, whatever. No, Falcons last night showed exactly why they should be on top of this division in the first half. Just
up until the last 6 plays of the last drive, they showed why they should be there.
And we can argue about it. We can go back and forth. I'm very surprised a pass interference call wasn't thrown on the second last throw to Puka Nacua. What was it? That deep bomb.
Yeah.
Brandon, I know you're against the PI call. I'm for the PI call. Falcons should have lost that game, and I'm amazed they didn't.
Again, they almost Falcons. The block kick, literally, like, you guys understand the pain. Like, Mike texts me as we're all watching this game, like, Falcons are going to find a way to start falconing here. As we're lining up to kick a field goal to go up, I think would have been 24-0. And sure as shit, immediately the kick gets blocked. It might have been later than that, regardless. Kick gets blocked, run back for a touchdown by Jared Verse, who's incredible.
Pick up and touchdown.
Did you see him do like the piece too when he was running by the Falcons bench?
Yeah, I think
dude, he's booking it and like, it's so funny. It's like, man, fuck y'all. That was so cool.
Yeah, no, again, hilarious. I will say, and again, I am not for this, but what the fuck is taunting? Like, why is that not considered a taunting penalty? When
no idea.
anything else even remotely is?
He didn't do it directly at a player, like the Browns guy who's, I don't remember who he was clapping up, but he was like giving him so much shit.
Now, either way, it's
he's like,
stupid.
oh, what? I wasn't even in his face. It's like,
No
you
fun,
followed him for 5 yards.
But here's the thing. You can take that taunting and look at Tyreek Hill as the perfect example. That was his thing, remember? He would burn
He would do it to
somebody.
specific players.
Yeah, and he would do it to a specific player, but because you're doing it to 40 players, it's different? What?
You're allowed to discriminate against groups, just not individuals.
At least in like the Tyreek Hill situation, like the giving the peace sign, like, yeah, it might have been the one guy following him that was nearby, but you can make the argument that he was just giving it to the whole team Like, peace, guys, I'm faster than y'all, and it wasn't
Yeah.
directed at a specific person or player.
He wasn't actually doing it to the team. He was doing it to his baby mamas. I think that was
So
the
what is
argument.
content?
He was doing it to his babies in general.
At the time, he had two.
Yeah.
At that
No,
time.
he was letting his baby mamas know, like, I'm going for two. Like, we're gonna have two, and then like I'm gone.
Like, ladies, I'm moving to Miami. Nothing good is coming out of Miami when I go there.
He had
Do
to
you
stop doing it when he
see
got
how
up to
much
6
plastic
because he
is
was
down
letting the
there?
ball go.
I
Yeah.
thought the plastic would work as cover automatically. I didn't know I also had to wrap it up.
Oh fuck. Anyway, so yeah, again, Falcons had the talent to win the division. The Bucks, like none of us were particularly
Also had the
high
talent.
on. Obviously, Mike, you still had them winning the division, which wasn't like a stretch by any means. I think everybody thought they were going to
Yeah.
kind of win this. Baker has really kind of regressed. I know this team's dealt with injuries again, but this is the Baker that I feel like people forget is what we were dealing with in Cleveland. They see the good games and only remember that. And they've got a really nice revisionist history of what things were like, but this is what it
Mhm.
was, man. This was the Baker Mayfield experience.
As
It's a
soon as
headache.
he started getting that MVP hype, he's like,
Yep.
"Yeah, I'm on top of the world," and he's like, "Oh, here comes old Baker."
Yep, I got nothing
And
left to
then
prove.
then he
Yep.
gets banged up. He gets a little hurt. What does he do? He plays through it and only hurts the team.
Yep.
They literally have
Ne-
Teddy Bridgewater there as a decent backup to avoid that, and
Yeah.
he continues to still go out.
Next year, those first 10 games, he's going to be a problem. And then we're going to see the same shit again. So be prepared. I'm calling it now.
So
Baker cycle is a vicious cycle. I think he ends up like
Mhm.
Brian Fitzpatrick towards the end of his career, just kind of bouncing around, being a backup. Once his Buccaneers stint is over, I think teams look at him and go, dude, like, you're good, but you're not good enough. You're inconsistent. Like, we just can't rely on you as a
he becomes a
starter.
bridge quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he just bounces around.
Yep.
And it's not like you can look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers roster and go, well, like he's struggling. Guy's got weapons for days everywhere.
He does,
They've
but
got
I mean,
They have been hurt.
in his
but
defense,
still.
there were a lot of missed games for those weapons.
That's true, but he was still playing well to decent in those
Yeah.
games until recently when he got, Godwin back, Mike Evans back, Jalen McMillan is back now. You got Bucky Irving back now. It's like, what?
Luka's
There's
still
no more
playing.
excuses. You've got a three-headed monster back there. Yeah, Buka's
Oh, yeah.
still playing.
I don't know. So technically, me and Mike still have a chance to get something right out of this division. I said the Panthers could make the playoffs. He said the Bucks would win the division. Patrick, you're just kind of SOL. Again, I do think it's funny though that everything's regressed to the mean to the point where the Falcons could still tie for the best record in the division and then miss it by a tiebreaker with
Yeah.
everything else going on. Shout out to the Panthers for continuing to
Yeah.
fight and claw. They're another weird team where they've got to be like heavily underdogs to have a chance at winning a game. But it's worked. Like, what do they got? 8 wins? I'm pretty sure they've been underdogs in every one of those wins.
Can you
Sounds about right.
tell me? Can you tell me what it is about the Panthers and how they're winning games? I don't know how they're 8-8.
Their
I
run
haven't
game.
seen a Panthers game this year.
Their
Is it
run
the
game when
is
it's
that-
clicking, it's Rico Dowdle. Ted McMillan has
Without-
taken over games a few times. The defense has been really good. Derek Brown is awesome.
Because I get that part of it just from like seeing fantasy football numbers, but how they're 8-8 and about to win the division makes no sense. Okay, you just explained it, but it's still like it's hard for me to wrap my head around.
And again, they've been wildly inconsistent. They've gotten blown out in a lot of games, and then games where they're like heavy underdogs, they find a way to squeak out. They beat the Rams. They've beaten the Bucks obviously already.
Did they beat
Or
the
they just
Packers?
fucking dominated a team and blanked the Falcons 30-0.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
like
again
what does that
bizarre.
mean? It doesn't make sense.
Bizarre. So now it's a winner take all. Well, actually, not technically not. The Falcons can still play spoiler, which again is hilarious to me. So if the Panthers win against the Bucks this week, they're in. Division's locked up. They play on Saturday, I'm pretty sure. But then if the Bucks win, they still need the Saints to beat the Falcons in order to lock up the division. Don't ask me how that tiebreaker works. I could
Oh,
not
well.
tell you. Cool. NFC East. This one, a little easier. We all had the Eagles winning. Me and Mike only had the Eagles making the playoffs, and if I heard it correctly, Patrick, you had the Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders all making it.
Yep, I did.
Which has
Oh.
not quite turned out.
Nope. No, it didn't.
The one thing I'll give us all credit for, and you saw the Commanders as the third team in that division. We all kind of realized that there was going to be some regression there for Washington, and I think it came down to two things. One, the age of that roster was a glaring issue. Just a very old roster coming into this year, and then their schedule last year was so much easier than what they were dealing with this season. Jaden Daniels obviously getting hurt early doesn't help anything, but that defense was a sieve for a lot of games this year, and suddenly things don't look quite as rosy for the Commanders.
No, that's it. They need a lot of help on that defensive side of the ball next year.
They're back to square one with a quarterback.
Oh.
Sorry, so they have a quarterback, but they're back to square one. We need a lot.
I was gonna
say, are you
hold
saying
on,
you're giving up on Jaden Daniels? Because
I could tell by the silence that did not come out the way it was intended to be.
They got Marcus Mariota and Josh Johnson. They're fine.
Mariota looks decent.
Josh Johnson honestly didn't look that bad against the Cowboys for a third stringer.
Yeah, I have his 49ers playoff performance burned into my brain, and that's one of the most pitiful performances I've ever seen in my life.
That was tough.
That is one of those genuine, any of us could go out there and do what he did. We could replicate that.
Yet here we are. So the Eagles are going to win the division. They didn't do it quite as easily as I think any of us thought they were going to.
No.
Cowboys still had a shot at it as recent as like week 15, I think. It was an outside chance, but Eagles were reeling there for a while. The offenses just looked inexplicably bad at a lot of points this year, even against the Bills. No completions in the second half.
That game was pathetic.
Well, but it was raining, guys. It was a downpour.
It doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, quarterbacks, they can't do anything in the rain. It's
you're telling me with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, and Saquon Barkley, you can't complete a singular pass in the second half?
Patrick. It was raining.
It was raining. It was a downpour, not just
Did he also have popcorn beforehand and get some olive oil on his hands too? Like,
well, I mean, maybe, but it was raining. So
did he put too much lotion on? And they were kind of.
He's a top 10 quarterback, Patrick.
He's top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10 fullback in the league right now.
Yeah, say top 10 in what?
Top 10.
Hypotheticals.
He is the quarterback for a top 10 team in the NFL.
If he were able to complete 70% of his passes, he would be an honorable mention top 5 quarterback.
He's overrated.
It is funny
also,
too. Go ahead.
Paul, I got to circle back to those Eagles fans that gave Mike shit for saying that Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. Suck an egg. Like, he looks like shit. He is garbage. I will take Shador over him at least 4 days out of the week.
Not Sundays, though. Like Mondays, Wednesdays.
But Mondays, Thursdays, sometimes Fridays, and the occasional Saturday. Sundays I'll give to Jalen, but those other 4 days I'm taking Shador.
But how many men can Shador take in the ass to get a first down? How tush can it be pushed for Shador Sanders? Let me ask you that. Not every quarterback can get tush pushed.
That's fine.
Speaking of, we can't let Josh Allen completely lay off the hook here, guys.
Mad.
Josh Allen was not good in this game. If you would have told me, though, there was a quarterback that scored twice via the tush push and then overthrew a receiver pretty wildly on the game-winning 2-point attempt, I would have said, wow, that's a classic Jalen Hurts game. No, that was Josh Allen.
Yeah. Josh Allen is, as I've said, a fourth-quarter merchant. Doesn't do anything else the rest of the fucking game. Fourth quarter is when he's like, all right, cool, I guess I'll win it now.
Yep. Oh, you guys are going to let me throw the ball now as much as I want? Okay. Okay. I get to play backyard football? Okay.
Again,
no, that was a sad overthrow to watch. Because I think it was Shakir coming across. He was so open. It was unbelievable how open that guy was, and Allen missed him by a lot. And that's not a normal throw you see Josh Allen do. Jalen Hurts, yes. Josh Allen, that's no.
That's sad. I don't like either of those teams. I was really rooting for the Meteor, so, you know.
Hey, that's my high school mascot.
Could be. Yeah, it was. Could be a Super Bowl preview, though. Anyway, so Eagles still win that division. I'm not early in the year, you could I was very much on the Eagles bandwagon as they're the best team in the NFL. But boy, that offense scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Defense
When they
still looks
click-
really good.
When they click, but they haven't.
No.
They haven't
And
clicked.
the fact they didn't fire their offensive coordinator at any point this year is kind of baffling to me. But either way, they won the division. They're going to be the 2 or the 3 seed. Cowboys, again, look good this year. Offense was really good. It feels like either their offense or their defense is firing on all cylinders. It's never both for the Cowboys, unfortunately for them. But you got to feel pretty good, I think, going into next year with the moves you made this season. They were surging late. They obviously didn't end up making the playoffs. They got hot at the wrong time, but got some things to look forward to. I'd rather be in the Cowboys situation right now than the Commanders for sure.
For sure.
So, when George Pickens, when his contract expires at the end of the year, do the Cowboys try their best to hold on to him?
They should.
Because he's gonna want money.
Yeah,
He's
they
gonna want
absolutely
money.
should. Like, I don't know what the cap situation is going to look like for them. I know they obviously they didn't have to pay Micah, but they did bring in Quinnen Williams still. You've got Dak's money on the. I feel like they're going to be able to find a way to do it.
I
I'm
would,
pulling it up right now.
I would absolutely, without a second thought, pay Pickens. That guy. I mean, CD is still wide receiver 1 over there, but they are 1A, 1B, and they're both crazy
So
together.
they're screwed next year.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, they're going to be $22 million over the cap.
Oh, that's it. Yep,
As of right now, they are $22 million over. So
I'll make it a little tricky.
So Pickens, I don't think stays in Dallas, but he's going to get paid wherever he decides to go.
yes,
Again, if they could find a way to do it, they should. I don't know. The cap's made up. Maybe they can find a way. I don't know. Jerry gets him a side gig on an oil rig somewhere where he doesn't have to actually show up.
I mean,
He should come be a Brown. That'd be pretty cool.
That would
And
be
also just he would just fuck the Steelers all the time.
I
honestly,
don't.
He wouldn't work because he's a head case,
No,
but I want it.
we're one of the maybe top 5 worst franchises, I think, to handle George Pickens.
Him as a Jet or a Brown would just not work.
oh god, him and
Daryl
Deshaun Watson in the same locker room would be terrifying.
It would be uncomfortable for everybody.
Yeah,
Oh God! All right.
Next game.
Yes. So that is all of the NFC, AFC
you skipped
North.
the West.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, so you went from the North directly to the South. You skipped the West.
Oh yeah,
This
because the
guy.
formatting's weird. I'm gonna blame Mike.
Listen, I'm glad to let you,
Dude, they're all-
razz
they're
me
all
for my
fun.
picks of the West because it was bad.
Yeah. So
This
let's
is why I tried to do that.
let's get me and Mike's out of the way. So Mike thought the 49ers and Rams would make the playoffs. Seahawks and Cardinals bringing up the rear. I said just the 49ers would make the playoffs, which that's a bit of a rough take. Had the Rams at 2, Seahawks, Cardinals. I was worried about Matt Stafford's health, which he's been great all year. And Patrick, who did pick the Rams to win the division.
I didn't. I also picked the 49ers. I think you had a stroke when you were writing my shit down.
Oh,
Because you
yeah,
had the
I literally-
Rams in there twice for me.
Yep, Rams,
Can't
Cardinals,
read,
Rams,
can't
Seahawks. Wow.
What is it you do
Christ.
well here?
I was slightly distracted when putting this list together.
I got to give you
Oh,
shit
yeah.
for this because,
Were,
looking at that, I look like an idiot. Because I said the
Were you
Cardinals were
hell
making the playoffs.
I was.
yeah, the Cardinals was such a bold pick.
Yeah, that one surprised me. Cardinals finishing second, Rams, and then Seahawks. Did you have the Cardinals as a playoff team?
I did. I had them
Holy
sneaking
shit.
in as like
Kyler Murray's their quarterback.
I understand that, but I thought that Marvin Harrison would take a second-year leap. James Conner and
Or Trey
I
Benson.
can't even remember their. Yeah, Trey
Benson,
Benson
yeah.
were going to be a good 1-2 punch. Trey McBride was obviously going to stick around and do well. And I thought that defense would do just enough to get them to maybe 9-10 wins.
Literally one of those things you listed happened.
Oh, I know.
And it
Trust
was
me,
Trey
I'm
McBride.
well aware.
And you didn't even mention Michael Wilson. Unbelievable.
Yeah, how
I
did you
didn't
not
think-
know? We knew he was due for a breakout year.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously.
Because he was on so many fantasy teams prior to week 15.
Yeah.
He was on your team prior to week 15?
was holding him in 2 dynasty leagues for 2 years.
Okay, dynasty.
Okay, that doesn't count.
That's different.
No, that doesn't count at all.
But this division ended up being crazy. 3 teams are going to get in regardless of what happens. 49ers, Rams, and Seahawks. Seahawks,
Yeah.
not even Mike, who is the biggest GE Cubis fan, was confident enough to put them in the offs.
Nope.
But that defense has been absolutely incredible. Sam Darnold has been good enough at points.
JSN has been MVP level.
Yes.
That's the thing. I think that's the kicker for me of going, I didn't think JSN could do it on his own.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
And he just said, hold my beer.
Yeah, he is so good.
It wasn't shaping up well because it was just JSN really as a pass catcher. They eventually got Cooper Kupp on the back end. The offensive line
And then
was not
Rashid
great the year
Shaheed.
before. And then Sam Darnold looked like shit the last 3 games he played in Minnesota. So, like, there wasn't a lot to go off of there, but nobody expected the defense to be as elite as it was. JSN turned into a complete game wrecker by himself. And Will McDonald has really just been able to, or Mike McDonald, I don't know, McDonald, whatever the fuck his name is, has turned them into
a farm.
Yeah, love those snack wraps.
Turned them into a legit competitor. Rams, again, we all thought were going to be good as long as Stafford could stay healthy. I don't believe he has missed a game this year, correct?
No.
After the weird back stuff he was having in the beginning of the season, that
was 99% of the reason that that at least I didn't have him in the playoffs. That I didn't think he was going to play the first 6 weeks.
Yeah, McVay even said later in the year that they thought they might have to have put him on IR to start the season, and miraculously he was able to come back and play. So shout out to Stafford, still in the conversation for MVP. I do think he lost that last night.
That was
in the Falcons game. That combined with Drake May absolutely just annihilating the Jets. Gonna make it a little bit tough. 49ers, so still have a chance to win the division. So we could all be right about that if they beat the Seahawks this week. The crazy thing for them is just how many injuries they've dealt with and the fact that they are still in this position.
I mean, this is what we all kept thinking last year, because the amount of times that we picked them to win games, even with all their injuries, and they're like, nah, we're going to lose it. This year they were just like, okay, cool, I got it this time.
Yeah. They've done it with multiple quarterbacks. They've done it with a piecemeal defense. It's incredible. And again, I brought it up before. This has probably been Kyle Shanahan's best coaching job.
Oh, yeah. It's because he had Mac Jones. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which Mac was not a problem for them this year. I think it was pretty obvious that Brock was better once he came back. Minus that Carolina game, which, again, he threw 3 picks in that game. They still won handily, if I remember correctly. So he's just had a great game plan every single week for the Niners. And, again, they might still get the 1 seed. They might still get the 1 seed.
Think.
If they get the 1 seed, does Shanahan get Coach of the Year?
I think it seems like it's going to Vrabel no matter what at this point, but I agree that he should be getting talked about more for it, and I've been a pretty strong critic of Shanahan his entire coaching career, but he absolutely deserves to be getting more hype than he is. He's never won it.
He's never won.
He's never won Coach of the Year.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
I'll say he's always had a very good team. It's expected for him to do well.
But they weren't really that great until he got there, was the thing.
That's not at some point though, maybe the first year you get there. The second year maybe, a makeup year where you're still playing well. It's wild to me to see a guy who's always had a good year. I can't remember the last time he had a bad year. Maybe
last year.
Was it last year where they?
Yeah, but that wasn't his fault. That was
a shit ton
injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah. To where he's doing what he can. He's a very good coach, and to never win that, it's just surprising.
Yeah.
It's one of those just gaps you see on a resume almost of going, how?
And if he doesn't win it this year, I don't know how he does. If he gets the team in the 1 seed with half a roster.
Was 2019, was that Patrick Mahomes' big year, or was that 2018?
I think
it was 18.
18 was his rookie, or his first year.
Yeah.
When he first played, okay.
Yeah.
I said the only year that I would have seen him winning Coach of the Year was 2019 when they lost to Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and he didn't win it that year either.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming Andy Reid won it that year.
He might have. Anyway, so that's the NFC. Unless you guys have any other parting thoughts, we're moving to the AFC South.
Got nothing.
Start with our beloved AFC North then. This has been another mess. Mike had the Ravens and Bengals making the playoffs, then Steelers Browns to round out. I had Bengals Ravens and Steelers all making the playoffs, and the Browns bringing up the rear. And then Patrick, again, unless I got this wrong again, I had Ravens Bengals both making the playoffs.
No,
and
that one is
Steelers
correct.
Browns.
Yeah.
Yay, I did.
And
Proud
the
of you.
only that I think Patrick will also have is Joe Burrow stays in. I think we nailed it, and Lamar doesn't
Yeah.
get hurt. I think we nailed it.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's
Absolutely,
any doubt. Of course, that's how it works, though. The best ability is availability. But I think that's boom done. Next.
I will push back on Lamar. If both of those things, if both Joe Burrow and Lamar do not get hurt, the way the Ravens have been playing this year, I think the Bengals kind of take their spot. Like the Ravens have looked off, even with him in at a lot of points. And again, you can say that's because of the injury.
Let's say they're 1-7.
What was that?
Didn't the Ravens just beat the brakes off the Bengals?
With their backup quarter. Oh, with the. Did they?
Yeah, with Snoop Loop.
That wasn't the. They just played the Packers, didn't they?
That was the Bengals.
No, the Bengals played like the.
The Bengals played the Cardinals.
Yeah. And they
No,
played the
I'm
Dolphins the week
dog.
before that.
Who the Ravens just beat the brakes off of?
They just beat the Packers in the backup bowl.
Yeah.
Backup ball.
And they beat
Yeah.
the brakes off of him because Derrick Henry decided that he wanted to, Harbaugh decided he wanted to use Derrick Henry again.
Okay, so apparently I just missed 2 weeks of football. Well, the Ravens did beat the brakes off the Bengals. The Ravens beat the Bengals 24-0 on the 14th. So
That's fair.
Fuck
And
y'all.
I think that was the Joe Burrow contemplating life game.
Yeah.
Again, I could still be wrong. Like the Bengals defense has been, I think, worse than we even kind of anticipated. I
Yeah.
guess my bigger point is I'm not entirely convinced that the Ravens are fixed if Lamar stays healthy all year, because the game planning has been weird at points. Seems like there's been some friction going on between him and Harbaugh. It seems like a really weird season for them.
Yeah. You're right. There's a reason it's been in the media and they've been talking about it. Like that's not coming out of thin air. You're absolutely right.
And Lamar is generally somebody that's very, very, very private when it comes to that kind of stuff too, from like a
I'll say
media
he-
standpoint.
Have you seen the reports that he's basically just like he does nothing outside of playing the actual game? Like he's Johnny Manziel, but actually good.
Yeah, Johnny Manziel, but he's won 2 MVPs.
Well, but like on the back end, like he's not taking the physical
Yeah.
therapy and like the recovery seriously. He's eating shit, not falling asleep in
Yeah, he's
team
up playing
meetings.
video games super late, supposedly. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on there. I'm not saying that to defend Lamar.
Are we
But-
talking Lamar or are we talking
Yeah,
Kyler?
this is Lamar.
No,
Oh,
Lamar. Yeah.
I'm playing video games. That's great. No, I didn't. I missed all that. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something weird is going on. My prevailing theory that I've brought up a couple times now is either him or Harbaugh are not on this team next year.
Yeah.
One of the two.
I mean, I think you gotta ship Lamar out. If I have to pick one, I think you ship Lamar out. Because to me, I look at Lamar, and especially with the way he has been playing since he came back from the injury, and go, oh, you're kind of rough around the edges once your athleticism wears off. Like, you
Yeah.
really slow down a lot, and it's shown
Yeah.
in the past few weeks of coming back from injury. You're such a different quarterback. You're not very good. You're better than... What? You're like Jalen Hurts.
You're not very good.
Well,
He's the
not.
Jalen Hurts of Lamar
Really?
Jackson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like Jacoby Brissett out there, Like,
Ooh.
you're a backup. You turn into a backup.
Jacoby Brissett has looked like a stud.
Not these last couple weeks.
But I'm just pointing to him saying that he kind of turns into a backup.
Yes.
So if I got to ship somebody off, I'm shipping Lamar off. I think it's hard to ship a coach off who gets you to the playoffs all of the time.
No, I agree. I think. And you should be able to get a haul for Lamar
Oh,
as well.
At least 3 first-round picks. Like, there's no way that he's worth less than what Deshaun Watson was.
Although I don't know, I had a Bengals fan arguing on one of our shorts when we were talking about trading Joe Burrow. He's like, "No, with that contract, you're only getting like a first-round pick and a third. Like, you have no
Wow.
idea how
Eat more glue,
It-
dude.
this works."
I said that Bengals fan is probably suffering from all the sulfur that is emanating from Cincinnati.
From the river.
So,
Salt is the way of life,
But no,
apparently.
But
I
anyway.
agree with Mike. Like it's got to be Lamar. John Harbaugh is the Bill Belichick of Mike Tomlin's.
I don't know.
I
I do think there's a chance
can't
that
with that phrasing. It breaks my brain every time. So I have to go the Mike Tomlin of the. Well, what did Mike Tomlin? No, that's right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
it
But
always
it
ends up
breaks.
making sense in the end.
It's too much math.
Oh man. Other things in this division to at least mention: Steelers. They have again, it's a play-in game with Baltimore now, to see who gets in the playoffs. Um, that'll be, I think, the last game Sunday night. They have kind of been what I think everyone expected. I did think with Aaron Rodgers the offense would be a little more dynamic than this, but with Mike Tomlin, we've just gotten the same exact thing we've gotten every year for the last 10 seasons.
Especially bringing in Arthur Smith too.
I don't get. As a Falcons fan, I
He's
got
still
to
an
watch him
upgrade from Matt
once in a while.
Canada.
Barely.
That's
Dude,
true.
they are. Go on Steelers Twitter. They are delirious trying to talk themselves into the fact that Arthur Smith is a genius because it is nothing but like cut-ups of run plays. Like, look how much of a genius he is for
Trust
running.
me, I've seen them.
For running
That can't
Warren
be real.
on the side over to here and then making the tackle block a guy and like, dude, it's bad.
And then here's
For
a
a
direct
6-yard
snap to Darnell Washington on an end around. Like, this is brilliant. No one would have thought of this. It's like, yeah, because like
he's 300 pounds and runs a 6-second 40.
There's a word that I am thinking of which would get us canceled, but y'all know what it is, and that is him.
We're gonna let that one simmer. Anyway, so they still got a chance to make the playoffs. Tomlin's another coach, man. That this is the hottest I feel like the conversation has been around getting rid of him. Like the Steelers fans have literally been talking about this since like 2017. I want to say.
Oh yeah.
But now it's finally getting national attention of like, cool, you guys win 9 games every year, but we know exactly what's going to happen after that. You're going to make the playoffs and you're going to lose handily immediately. Mike, you good over there?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm thriving over here right now. That's all.
What just came across your brain?
I mean, you can check your phones. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure boots are knocking next door.
Nice.
All I hear, and I don't know if it's gonna come through this, but all I hear is that's it. It's just rocking.
At 6 o'clock on a Tuesday. Good for you, man.
It's like
for
7,
you.
but yeah, when boots are knocking, I'm not gonna come and knock it. I'm just gonna giggle.
Congratulations, you guys just made it on a sports podcast.
Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
Diggs is making another one next door.
I say we really like that that bass coming in the back end, the consistent beat.
Making a future Buy the Playbook listener over there. We're going to send him
Dude,
some merch.
Big Avicii fans next door. It's just the bass.
Can we send these guys a bucket hat? Maybe.
Yeah, by the playbook. Yeah.
All right, and then the Browns are the Browns. So I don't think we have to get too far into that. They're about what we expected. AFC West. Another one. No surprise, guys. We all got wrong. Everyone said if the Chiefs, they were the champs till further notice. Well, this is further notice. They did not make the playoffs. Mike, after that, you said both the Broncos and Chargers would make the playoffs, so that was right. Had the Raiders at the end. I had just Chiefs, Broncos. I said the Chargers were going to miss the playoffs because I had that extra team from the AFC North making it. That didn't work. Still Raiders in last. Patrick, you had Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, Raiders with 3 playoff teams.
Yep.
So other than the Chiefs, I mean, you guys were pretty spot on. I don't think anyone, even if you thought the Chiefs weren't going to be 100% what they were before, nobody was expecting the collapse that we got, especially considering that Mahomes was healthy for 99% of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what, like I know what happened, but also at the same time, like, it's not like their team is that old or bereft of talent. Like, I don't know how it fell off so quick and so hard.
Not bereft of talent, but it did reveal, I think, that there were some pretty glaring weaknesses that they've just been kind of avoiding, especially in the draft. Offensive line was a big problem. That the pass rush could not get anywhere. It's just kind of Chris Jones and whoever else decides to show up to work.
George Karlaftis.
Yeah. And Karlaftis honestly hasn't even been that bad, but receivers, I mean, losing both of them at the beginning of the year kind of exposed that Travis Kelce is definitely on his way out.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of issues with that team. And what still baffles me is, like, reading a lot of, like, draft content and things. A lot of guys that cover the draft still think they're going to go with, like, a luxury pick kind of thing and take, like, Jeremiah Love in the first round. Like, you guys have a much, much bigger problems to address before we're dipping into the running back market.
Yeah.
But they just assume it's the Chiefs, so they're going to be fine.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe it does help to take a running back. Hopefully, I mean, luxury or not, they need to establish a run game because that's been missing this year and I think last year too, of where they can't establish the run ever. And I know we have Patrick Mahomes. Why would we establish it? Dude, no, you're not running with Pacheco. He picks up 4 yards. You know Kareem Hunt is picking up 5 yards. That's it. There's nothing more. I think their longest rush is probably like 20 yards, and it's probably Patrick Mahomes who did it.
He was leading the team in rushing for a lot of the year,
Yeah, they do not have a run game, so maybe a running back would be a smart pick for them. Because then you know how it works. You establish the run, and then it opens gaps up downfield. All of a sudden, Rasheed Rice
go another year ignoring the offensive line, especially when you have an asset like Mahomes that you're trying to protect. Like, I do get it.
Yeah.
But also look at the Ashton Genty situation, and it's not like the Raiders line is much worse than the Chiefs. I don't want to make that direct comparison, but if you have a shitty offensive line, you put a great running back there. Yeah, he's going to be productive, but it's going to be limited versus what you could be doing if you kind of ate your vegetables and built up the boring stuff first.
No, that's fair.
I looking at their lineup and everything, I think they're praying that Travis Kelce retires.
Yeah,
because that frees up about $20 million that they, even if they decide to draft Jeremiah Love, they can at least go to free agency and get another offensive lineman, because at least the left side of their line is solid. Trey Smith, Jalen Moore, and Creed Humphrey, that's a solid.
The problem is you're as good as your weakest guys, and the right side is dog shit. Or at least was this year.
But I'm just saying, if Travis Kelce retires, they at least have a chance to take that luxury pick while also filling that need in free agency.
That's fair, and I feel like he will, but that remains to be seen. Broncos have locked up the division. I'm fairly certain. I don't think the Chargers can jump them at that point or at this point. Man, we've talked about it. They remind me so much of the Chiefs from last year, and they just keep winning games that are ugly.
They shouldn't.
Fourth quarter, Bo Nix is like a top 3 quarterback in the league, apparently.
Yeah.
But he's looked really bad at points this year. There's points where it looks like he's really progressed and points where he's regressed after a really good rookie campaign. It's been kind of bizarre, but again, here they are. They just keep winning. The Green Bay that they lost to recently, who was the last team they just lost to? No, Jacksonville. Jacksonville took it to them.
Yeah, it was Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's look good, though, so that's not saying a whole lot.
No, but no one's really been able to do that to the Broncos this year is my only point. This is the first time
that's very
they
true.
look like they've been weak in a while now. But they've been very
impressive. That was their worst defensive game by far.
Yeah. That Commanders game was really weird, too, which, again, they played their opponents. I think that one it almost went into overtime. It was a 2-point conversion away from the Commanders actually winning that game. So this kind of goes back to the point, man. Every team we've talked about, I feel like I don't really trust anybody in these playoffs. The Broncos are more than likely going to have the 1 seed. And if you told me they were going to make the Super Bowl, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. If you told me they were going to lose their first game that they played,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah,
100% get it.
Same answer.
Chargers going to make the playoffs as well. Second team in that division. They're another one where offensive line is a major problem because of injuries. Rashawn Slater and Joe Alt both being hurt. Justin Herbert, man, he's great, but I feel so bad for him having to play behind that line this year.
No, isn't he hurt too?
It's not been ideal.
Yeah, he broke his left hand, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I thought he was missing the next game.
I mean, they're sitting him. It's one of those things where he probably could play if they really needed him to, but there's no point.
It's not going to make any difference, really. No. It's the difference between a 5th seed and the 6th seed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have a quarterback who's a choke artist in the playoffs, who's got a banged up team. I mean, that does not sparkle. That doesn't look very good.
That's the thing. You can't trust. As good as
Doesn't
they've looked at
sparkle.
points this year, despite that line, that they're another one where Herbert hasn't done it in the playoffs, and it looked really bad at points. Um, Speaking of that line, did you guys hear Harbaugh's press conference after the last game that they just had?
Mm-mm.
They lost to the Texans. That's when they decided they were going to sit him the next week because seeding didn't matter anymore. He talked about him as if he was like dead. Like he was up on the podium. Go back and watch it after this podcast. He's like almost crying talking about the guy. Like, yeah, he goes out and he fights and I'm out of words to say about him. I think he was the best there ever was. Specifically, the best there ever was. Like the guy fucking passed away.
That's crazy. That's a crazy way to talk about anybody.
Talking about him like he's a war hero playing behind that piecemeal offensive line, man.
Basically is.
And then the Raiders. We all picked to finish last, but I think we all thought would get better, and they've somehow gotten worse.
Gino's gonna say
man. Gardner Minshew mania. They should have kept him.
They really should have.
I think the
They
AOC
wasted money on
injuries would
Gino.
get him in. The AOC was the glue. It was the injury.
That's very true. Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about him.
So that's that. The AFC South. Another one that we're all probably going to get wrong, but I think they still technically have a chance with some weird tiebreakers. We all said the Texans were going to win the division, and they were going to be the only playoff team. We all had the Jaguars as the second team, and then we differed a little bit. Oh, no, we all said...
No, we all had the same lineup.
Jags, Titans, Colts.
We sure did.
Yeah. So the Colts are the big one. That's the weird thing. Like, they were the big one, but they are going to finish towards the bottom of the division after looking dominant with Daniel Jones for the first half of the year.
They were 7-1.
7-1.
They literally went 7-1, and they've now gone 1-7.
Nuts.
Insane. So yeah, Daniel Jones nearly a savior of that franchise. Looked like they could even get the 1 seed there for a while.
Yeah.
Not even making the playoffs. Fun fact about them, Sauce Gardner, who they traded for mid-season, if he was his own NFL team, he would have the number 1 overall pick this year.
That's gross.
I believe it was he was 1-6 with the Jets and 1-7 with the Colts.
It's Sauce's
He's
fault.
the problem.
It's definitely
He's the
Sauce.
problem.
100%. Anywho, and I think that the one game he won was it the Falcons game as soon as he got traded.
I think it was the first game when he was on the Colts.
Yeah.
Was his first win.
Was that the one that they won? Wasn't he getting just cooked by somebody all game though?
He was getting cooked by London. That was a good game. Went to overtime.
That's right.
The Colts,
yes.
the Falcons.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, they definitely
they
didn't win that
Falconed hardcore on that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Brandon, to your point, if the Jags lose and the Texans win the division.
Okay, but the Jags are playing the Titans, correct?
Yeah, Jags are
that's
playing
why
the
it was
Titans,
like-
but the Texans are playing the Chargers with no Justin Herbert.
So they're both going to be favored.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, didn't the Texans just play the Chargers?
I thought they played them to end the season. Am I wrong on that?
No, I think they just played.
Oh, sorry. No, the Broncos played the Chargers. I'm an idiot. My bad.
You're good. Colts, Texans.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, one last thing on the Colts, I promise. Gene Steichen, give us what we want. Just play Phillip Rivers one more game. What are we gonna get?
I don't know why you wouldn't.
They've already announced that they're gonna go to Riley Leonard.
Why? We've seen that show.
We want to see what we have in our rookie.
They have AR-15.
He's got a broken
He's
eye.
better than Riley Leonard. I can promise that one.
Yeah, but that guy can't read, and it's probably because he's missing an eye. AR is a dummy, and he gets tired.
I'd rather have a tired AR than Riley Leonard.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That's fine. They're both shit options, so...
That's fair. The Titans did not really get any better this year despite having Cam Ward. on the team, which we all thought they would take a small step. Really didn't happen. Texans started 0-3 and looked like things were really going in the wrong direction. Now they might be the hottest defense or hottest team in the league with the best defense in the league. They've looked pretty incredible. And then the Jaguars, who
Nobody saw this coming.
no. When they beat the Chiefs, everyone was like, holy shit, biggest win in like franchise history, yada yada. Then I think either the next week or 2 weeks later they go out and put on that awful performance against the Texans where what did
They
blow a
blow it.
20-something point lead in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
So it looked like maybe same old Jags, but since then Trevor Lawrence has looked really, really good. Liam Cohen has that team turned around. They're another team where if you told me they were in the Super Bowl, sure. If they lose in the first round, okay, yeah.
The fact that the reason they became amazing is Jacoby Myers. Nobody could have told me that was going to be the case.
I don't think you
He's
would have
just
told me
got
that
good
for
aim.
any team in the league.
Yeah, like Jacoby Myers is the answer to your problems, and you're going to go, 8-0 with him?
Wow.
Those
Sorry,
hands,
7-0
man.
since Jacoby Myers got traded.
Well,
Yeah,
Jacoby.
and also, where's Brian Thomas Jr.? People are asking.
He's there somewhere. I think he's actually played a little bit better to end the season, but still nowhere near his rookie campaign.
It's not too hard to do.
Yeah.
They do have
historic
Travis
rookie
Hunter there
campaign.
too, still, which
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's
who
healthy
hasn't
currently.
played since like week 8.
Yeah.
Super great
I mean
locker
more
room
for the
guy.
future than anything, not
Yeah.
this year. So again, that's a weird one. Jaguars likely to win that division, but again, Texans will make the playoffs. Last division, guys, AFC East. Tell me you've heard this before, guys. All of us are wrong again.
Yeah.
Everybody
Some
thought
of us are less wrong than others, though.
fair. We all said the Bills were going to win the division.
Yep.
But we all obviously that means they'd make the playoffs. They will still make the playoffs, so we got that going for us. Mike, you were the most wrong because you said Dolphins would be the second team, followed by the Patriots and Jets. I was the second most wrong because I had the Patriots as the second team, but not making the playoffs, followed by the Jets, then Dolphins. Then Patrick nailed it on the head as much as he could have. He still said Bills first, but then Patriots, Dolphins, then Jets. Good job, boys.
Mm.
Yay. Mediocrity.
Again, who saw the Patriots coming? I sure didn't.
I thought we were a year away from this still.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it comes down to Drake May is masking a lot of problems on this team. Because, I mean, really, offensively...
He's really got a stranglehold on that offense.
Yeah,
though.
sure does.
Dude, absolute chokehold.
Speaking of Stefon Diggs, that's all they have for receiving weapons. Travion Henderson,
Keyshawn Boutte.
Just
as I
oh.
mentioned, Stefon Diggs is the only offensive
You know
weapon.
what I just thought of?
Travion
The
Henderson.
The Diggs brothers are real cutthroat brothers.
They really got their fingers on the pulse.
They go straight to the jugular.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Dude, I can't wait till the Patriots get bounced from like a just absolute choke job. Just masterclass.
I
They're
said
gonna
you
be so
shouldn't have overcooked
cooked.
that salmon.
Anyways, Brandon, what were you saying?
No, you're good. You did mention
Sorry,
Travion,
I
but
got a little
Travion,
choked up there.
even Travion didn't really start doing much till halfway through the year.
No,
He
because
wasn't
Mike
wrong.
Vrabel decided that Ramondre Stevenson and his Butterfingers was a better option. Which I don't know. That's the one thing that Vrabel's done this year where it's like, dude, you're a fucking idiot.
He doesn't have the
he's
best
been-
relationships with guys with good grips. I mean, that's what
No.
it really comes down to.
He has
Um,
Stefon Diggs on his team. What are you
That's what
talking
I'm
about?
saying. Like
Yeah,
he,
dude, are
he
you
saw how that
serious?
was going, and
Dude doesn't like
won
up.
another one. He saw what Quinshon was doing on the other side of that Ohio State line. It was like, Anyway, the defense has played above its weight a little bit. Christian Gonzalez is
Oh, yeah.
fucking incredible. Again, Drake May is probably going to be the MVP, which nobody had, despite like however good you thought he was going to be. You didn't think it was going to be like this with the weapons that he has.
Yeah.
I think they're a big like regression team next year potentially, but this year, man, like they've played an easy schedule, but they've beaten everybody in front of them, and they've beaten the good teams too, or at least hung with them.
Mhm.
They've beaten the Bills, They beat the Ravens, which again, I don't know if you want to call them a good team. It is so funny. I think as of right now, they still only have one win against teams above 500. Maybe two, depending on
what. Is it just the Bills?
I think it's just the Bills, depending on what the Panthers' record is right now. Hold on.
Panthers are 8-8.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay, so they're at 500. So above 500, I think they've still only beaten one team because the Ravens are also 8-8.
Are the Buccaneers are below 500 too, aren't they?
Sure are.
Wow, that's crazy.
7-9.
Crazy.
Yep. So the Bills are the only team they've beaten above 500. So again, another team. If they make the Super Bowl, yeah, Drake May has been incredible. First round loss, yeah, they've only played shit teams. I have no idea what's going on.
That's such a crazy thing to see.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Bills, they've been good all year. They've just inexplicably looked like they're dragging their offense through the mud at points. The problem is this team goes as Josh Allen goes. Like, if he's not on, if he is not a world beater, they are not going to win a game. So could lose in the first round, could go to the Super Bowl. It sucks because the Chiefs aren't in the playoffs. The Chiefs have been their boogeyman for so long.
Yeah.
And this is probably the least confident I've been in a Bills team since Josh Allen has started this run.
This is the least confident I've been in the AFC period outside of the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. I think the NFC is going to be favored regardless of who makes it.
Oh, for sure.
But even then, I couldn't tell you what NFC team is going to make it at this point. Like, after watching the Rams last night, I don't trust them as much as I thought I did.
I would take the NFC West against the field.
Yeah.
I know that's half the playoffs, but like I feel like that it's going to go through the NFC West.
I'm with you.
No, they're the better one. Yikes! I'm just looking at the playoff teams that are in there right now, and I think this is the year the Bills do it or they don't. You have the Broncos, the Patriots, the Jaguars, the Texans, the Chargers, and either the Steelers or the Ravens. And all of those teams, except for the Jaguars, Patriots, and Broncos. Never mind. Let me take that back. I'll just say the Chargers are beat up. The Ravens are beat up. Steelers are the Steelers, so they're probably getting a first-round exit. Like, you beat the Broncos, you beat the Patriots, you beat the Jaguars, you beat the Texans. That's all you have to do, and you're probably in the Super Bowl. Like, you've got 4 teams that you need to beat, Bills. If this is Josh Allen's year, or I don't think they win a Super Bowl with him. Because
if he doesn't win it this year, I don't think he's going to win one.
No. Once Mahomes comes back, like, the boogeyman's back.
I'm not going to go as far as say is that he won't win one if he doesn't this year, because the receiver thing they have not really ever been able to figure out in Buffalo. So, like, I'm not ruling out that if they get him some, like, really high-end talent, he'll be able to do it. But this is obviously the best opportunity that they have had in this era, like, far and away. So you might not have to deal with the Ravens or the Chiefs, realistically.
And even if you have to deal with the Ravens, it might not really be the Ravens.
Yeah, it might be the...
It's a shell of what we already see in playoff Lamar. Yeah. Like, it's bad.
So we'll see. I'm rooting for him. Again, man, I don't feel comfortable hitching my wagon to anybody. Texans, honestly, maybe right now. Like, if I had to put money on somebody, it might be Houston.
I'll say, honestly, the Texans or the Jags would be my 2 picks.
I'm rolling with the Jags.
Which is
crazy.
Stupid.
When we were growing up, those were 2 such, like, shit franchises right alongside the Browns. It's crazy to see them. And I'm happy for them. I want to see some new blood in there. Then Dolphins, we'll just touch on the last 2 quickly. Dolphins started off kind of like we thought, where the vibes were just really weird coming out of that team. Thought for sure Mike McDaniel was getting fired, and then all of a sudden they have just turned it all the way around, despite the fact that they benched Tua. They are they at 500, or they're pretty close?
They're 7-9.
7-9.
Yeah.
Which it legitimately looked like they might win 2-3 games for a lot of the season.
We kicked the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And we're like, the Dolphins are bad.
Yeah.
And then after that week, they're just like, no, we're going to be the old Dolphins. We're going to be 2023 Dolphins again.
Yep.
Yeah. This is why when we were talking about it, when we were making these picks, I'm like, I don't know, guys. I think the Dolphins are going to be good. This is the team that I was expecting. This is what I thought we were going to get all year. Not that dumpster fire for the first 6 weeks.
Dude,
And
they were so bad.
it seems like Tua's going to be out, but McDaniel's going to stay. I believe they fired their GM as well halfway through the season. So we'll have somebody new there. And then the Jets. Jets
are the Jets.
I
What do you want
believe
to say about that?
I believe, well, the only thing I'll say is, Patrick, I think you quite literally nailed it on the head. I believe it was you that said by week 6, if they're not competing, Justin Fields is going to get benched for Tyrod and they're going to start tanking. And that is exactly what happened. I believe it was technically week 7, but they would have gone to Tyrod a week earlier if he wasn't hurt. So you quite literally got it perfect. They trade away Sauce, trade away Williams. So, yeah, nailed that one. But Jets they're still fighting, at least. I think Glenn's bought himself another year, but that's all I got.
Yeah.
Cool. Next game.
Next segment.
Yeah, speaking of, it is the next segment. It is Fantasy on Ice. So I'm going to have one of you, whoever wants to go ahead and preview this, because I have to take a drink.
I feel like this
You can go ahead and, if you get through this before I'm done drinking or whatever, feel free to talk about how we're going to handle this last week as well, because it's going to be a mess otherwise.
Yeah. So, this is great. Finally seeing Brandon lose a week of this, because his team has been unbeatable this year. But starting off strong with Lamar Jackson, late scratch, putting up a nice goose egg. I know we touched on Ted McMillan torching a few games, potentially being the offensive rookie of the year. Solid 3 points. And then obviously led by Christian McCaffrey with 26, but for a lowly 96.5 points. Then we got Mike in second place this week, even though he changed his team midweek to bring on the ice. He is carried strongly by
reverse psychology.
Yeah, carried strongly by Mustard Man with a solid 37.4. He also had someone put up a goose egg, but Drake London only had 9/10 of a point, but everyone else had a pretty solid week. And then rounding out the week on a strong note, technically winning the championship, even though Brandon's points for was like 300 higher than mine. Thankfully, I don't have to do what I said in the group chat, so we're good there. But carried strongly by Derrick Henry, who put up 45.6 points. Josh Jacobs gave me a nice goose egg at 0.8, but the majority of my team scored 12 to 20 points on the rest of it, so can't complain with a solid 134.6.
That is insane. I can't believe he scored 45 points.
It's crazy what happens when you feed Derrick Henry.
It's like he's good or something.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. He's like, what? Isn't he like a 31-year-old running back? Isn't he 31?
He's getting up there. I feel like every year we talk about him falling off, and it just doesn't happen.
Nobody expects you to be able to hand the ball off to a 31-year-old running back 36 times and him just obliterate people.
Yeah.
His body should be giving out, and he's still just trucking motherfuckers. He's stiff-arming
that
people.
logic makes sense for us, but when he is in your practices every single week and you see he is still destroying motherfuckers, you give him the ball.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
He does have fumbling issues, though. I think that also got very, ran with the first few weeks. Wonder if that got in Harbaugh's head a little bit. But...
I mean, it might have, but at the same time, those first few weeks, outside of the Browns games, because we did a phenomenal job of bottling him up, he averaged 9.4 yards a carry, 4.8 yards a carry, 5.2 yards a carry. Even if he's fumbling it, he's still getting you 6 yards a carry. Give him the goddamn ball.
If I remember right, I think the Lions beat the Ravens really because of a Derrick Henry fumble.
Yeah,
I think in the first 4 or 5 weeks, I think there were literal game-changing fumbles.
The Bills game too. He had one.
Was it the Bills game?
I think both.
Where the Ravens pretty much had him. I won't say dead to rights, but the Ravens were definitely supposed to win that game, and then Derrick Henry fumbles, and those teams are going to take advantage of you.
I'm pretty sure the Bills game set up the game-winning field goal. The Lions game was the one where he threw his helmet onto the stand, going to the sideline and sprawled out.
Livid.
I think he fumbled against the Browns too, didn't he?
If he did, it is not listed on his breakdown.
I could be wrong.
So I'm going to say no, but we held him to 40 yards. because that's what we did.
23.
Yeah, it was 23. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
23. We just
But he had more fumbles in his first 3 games of the season than he did in the last 3 years combined.
yeah, it's nuts.
Washed.
It just came out of nowhere.
Washed.
Well,
Anywho,
next.
so next week, and Patrick, I'll let you kind of explain what we're going to do, but with teams benching players and it just being a general mess and me technically kind of like winning for the points for already, we were going to do something a little bit different for this last week. We're not going to do this live on this podcast, but we will obviously go through the whole thing. Patrick, you want to explain what we're going to be doing?
Yeah, so we're going to go for the shittiest team that we can possibly get while still scoring points. I know you guys have all had that friend who, when you go bowling, he or she always tries to just get the one pin in the corner and nothing else. That is going to be our goal for this week, is we're going to fill out our whole team, and we are going to try to get them to at least score something while scoring as little as possible. If you happen to pick someone up who gives you a goose egg, it's going to be an automatic 20 points, and the team with the lowest score at the end of the week is going to be the winners.
Now, real quick, that is just if they get 0, correct? If they get a negative,
Correct, yeah.
that still sticks?
As long as that stat line does not say 0.0, you are going to get either negative points. That'll be even better. Like, I wish I could guarantee that I'd get Zay Flowers putting up that negative 0.4 that I had the 1 week.
Huh.
I think the only player I could think of for sure that finished the year with negative points would have been like Reggie Bush when he was on the Bills. You remember that run?
When he had maybe, 3 carries?
He had negative yardage at the end of the season. He had like negative 4 yards when all was said and done. But yes, so we're going to draft that offline. We'll give you the results, though, next week. Loser will still take an ice.
Yep.
So someone will still get to chug one of these bad boys. God, I don't miss that. I literally had an immediate headache.
Oh, it's terrible, right?
Oh, must be so hard having a good fantasy team.
Yeah, man, I'm not. My body's not used to it. You know, I'm not acclimated like you guys. A little tough.
Yeah.
All right, though. I'll make it through.
In the random
be okay.
spinning wheel. You're so good.
I spin the wheel so good. It's not my fault. I wake up and I piss excellence.
He just spins it until he gets somebody he likes, and then he goes like, "Guys, check it out! I'm sharing my screen. Look who I got."
Well, if you watch the podcast back, you would know that I don't do that. Anyway, all right, so let's wrap it up, guys. Week 18 pick'ems. I'm gonna start with Patrick. You guys are gonna see the first 2 games on Saturday are awesome. The last game on Sunday is consequential. The rest of these are fucking dog shit.
Okay, you don't want to talk about our stats, our comebacks?
What was that?
No, because he's so good at football, he doesn't want to say that.
I say our current rankings where we're at after the 2 weeks off.
I could not skip over. I apologize.
High for last.
So, over the last 2 weeks, since we obviously missed last week's pod, Patrick had the best record out of anybody. He went 21-11. I went 19-13, which ties me and Patrick now. He has clawed all the way back.
He's clawed.
Mike, though. Mike went 20-12, and he is sitting on a 4-game lead. So it would be pretty monumental for that to fall off at this point. But,
so which of you is going to have the balls? I shouldn't say the balls, but the balls to just pick everything against what I pick and try to
see what happens.
Question.
Oh no, I'm raising my hand saying me.
Oh, it's you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be happy if you come back, if you claw your way back. I'll just be happy. It'll put a smile on my face.
I say, can you put me after Mike for all the picks?
Should we just have Mike pick first every time? Nah, we'll be fair.
I mean, Mike, that's up to you. Are you up for that one?
I mean, I say no, but I'll do it.
All right.
All right.
Sure.
So how about this? We'll alternate then. Mike will be first every time. Patrick will then go for the first one. The second one, I'll go first, and me and you will flip back and forth. Deal? All right.
Sounds good.
Mike.
Deal.
Panthers at Bucks.
Give me the Panthers because they are not favorited.
All right, so I'm going to guess you're going to take the Bucks.
Yep.
I was actually going to take the Panthers either way, so I'm cool with that. Mike, you're up. Seahawks at 49ers.
Oh, I am going to take the Seahawks.
Seahawks. It's another one where I'm going to take the Niners. They just seem to always find a way to win. Patrick.
I'm going to take the Hawks.
I was gonna say, keep in mind you're only 4 games.
I know, yeah, no, I'm
Right.
trust me, I'm
Both of
not
these
going to
games are
pick
gonna get
every
tight.
single game.
Both these games are tight.
No.
I'm
Michael,
not dumb.
you're up. Colts at Texans.
I don't know where you get your list from.
I
This
say,
was
yeah, you're so.
ESPN.
This is not ESPN.
Yes, it
ESPN
was.
has
Or
Saints
Google.
Falcons.
Sorry, I did Google NFL schedule, and the exact thing it puts up there is exactly what I am going off of.
It breaks my
Suck a
brain
dick.
every time. I'm picking the Texans.
I had to scroll down 6 games to get to this one.
I had to do the same. I'm like, wait, where are we?
It's the last game slated before the 425 games.
Guess what? They all start at 1.
Texans.
Yeah.
Patrick, so you're taking the Colts, right?
No, I'm taking the Texans.
All right, I will as well. Fuck that. Mike.
They haven't locked up the playoff, or they've locked up the playoffs, but they
Yeah.
need better seating.
That's true. Mike, Browns at Bengals.
Bengals.
Bengals. I will actually take the Browns in this one. I don't feel great about it, but okay enough to throw a Hail Mary in there.
I'm also going to take the Bengals. I got to be smart about these picks.
The homer in me really wants to pick the Browns, but it's the Bengals.
I'd say the Browns have made Joe Burrow look like shit in Cincinnati many a time over the past couple of years. So.
Oh, yeah.
Anything is possible. Mike, Saints at Falcons.
Hang on, let me find that game.
That one's the first one.
That's the one where the Saints are playing the Falcons. Which one do you want?
I'm taking the Falcons.
Whoa.
Saints.
I was going to say, I'm taking the Saints for sure.
Good ones, gang, good ones.
All right. Mike, Packers at Vikings.
This one's gross.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is Malik Willis starting again?
I don't
For the
know for sure.
I say he looked good, so
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't
looked-
his fault
It
they
might not
lost.
matter.
I'm just curious though. Packers, I guess.
Fair. This is me going first. I'll also take the Packers.
I say the Packers are already guaranteed the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Like the
Playoffs,
whole
I think they can
NFC
improve
West.
seeding, but
I said
could be
I
wrong.
think it's just the Bucks and the Panthers playing for a spot.
Yes.
No, they can't improve seeding. They're stuck where they're at.
Ooh.
So that changes things.
Yeah. I'm willing
Yeah,
to start over if Mike, you want to start back. Do you want to flop?
Yeah, give me the Vikings. Give me the Wizard of Braz.
I'll also swap to the Vikings as well.
Yeah, if they're
Cool,
not
I'm gonna
playing,
stick with the Packers.
that's fine.
I was gonna pick them either way. I just wanted you guys to switch to the fucking Vikings.
No,
I'm in your head. I'm in there.
It's working.
If the seeding truly can't change, I'll pick the Vikings.
Yeah, and if you're
Yeah, the
fucking with
Vikings
us,
are
we're
out
gonna come back
regardless.
to this.
Yeah.
The
But
Packers
if I
are the
find out
7th
you're
seed
lying,
regardless.
this gets wiped.
Is this the third year in a row the Packers are the 7th seed under LaFleur?
It might be, yeah.
I think it is.
That's crazy.
It's at least the second in a row.
Yeah. Mike, Titans at Jags.
Jagwagon.
Patrick?
Yeah. Jags.
Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I'll take the Jags.
Yep.
Mike, Cowboys at Giants.
Cowboys.
I will also. Oh no, sorry, Patrick. No, I'm up. I'll take the Cowboys.
I
Pick
say,
the Giants.
do we think the Cowboys are starting Dak?
Probably. I mean, they've been out of it for weeks now, and they've been playing.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys too. I really want to take the Giants though, but
Yeah, they
I
beat the
can't.
Eagles this year.
Take
I
Jags.
can't.
Uh,
Yeah, but that's when they had Scatterbo.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Crayons have protein.
Cardinals at Rams.
What was it? Cardinals versus Rams?
Yep.
Rams.
All right, Patrick.
Rams.
No, you're not taking your Cardinals?
They don't have the playoffs on the line, so no.
All right, I'm taking the Rams as well. Especially after losing to the Falcons. I can't see him doing it twice in a row.
No.
You, Mike, Chiefs at Raiders. Boy.
That's such a terrible football game. I feel like I have to pick I don't know, the Chiefs, but it could be the Raiders. I don't know. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Raiders because this feels like the week where they just fuck up their draft position.
Yep. I said that was my thought as well. Like
Shit.
they're gonna play well.
That's not a bad pick. That's another like terrible 50-50 game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How many games have I differed so far? Has it been 4?
let's see. From Mike specifically?
Yeah, from Mike. Exclusively from Mike, yeah.
Yeah, I'm the only one that matters.
Let's see. 2, 3, 4. Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right. I guess I should be doing that same math there, huh?
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll get there. Mike,
You can
commies
start
and
putting me
Eagles.
first again.
Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Patrick.
Let's say they don't have a chance to get the 1 seed, but they could get 2. I'll take the Eagles. I don't have.
I'm gonna take the Eagles too, because the 2 seed's gonna be playing the Bucks.
Yeah, the 2 seed
or
plays
the Panthers.
the Packs versus the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike, Dolphins at Patriots. Patriots, I believe, can still get the 1 seed.
Patriots.
Patriots. Patrick.
I'm also going Patriots.
Same. Mike, Lions at Bears. Bears can lock up the 2 or the 3 seed still.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears. I was taking the Bears anyways. But the
Right.
Lions might play usurper. They might just be a little cock tease and say, fuck you
That
guys.
was my thought is the Lions are going to play spoiler,
Yeah.
and they're going to screw them over, so I'm taking the Lions.
It being
Lions.
at home, though, that's the only reason why I'm sticking with the Bears.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bears as well. Chargers, Broncos. Mike.
Broncos.
Yeah, no guys are getting arrested, so I'm gonna take Broncos as well.
Yeah. Say without Herbert, for sure the Bronx.
Right, Mike, Bills, Jets.
Bills.
The Bills. Patrick.
Bills.
Yep, same. All right, last one. For the AFC North title, Ravens.
I want somebody else to
Jets.
pick this game first.
Ah!
Oh, Bird Bowl.
Uh,
Who you guys got? I mean,
But that
there
was my
should be
pick.
one. There
Oh, you
should be
took the
one.
Ravens? You
Yeah.
took the Ravens.
We should all be picking the Ravens because we have the Bird Bowl.
Yeah.
I actually was not going to.
Oh,
Okay. Cool.
that's
So,
fine. But
are
I'm
you guys
picking the
both
Ravens.
taking the Ravens?
Yeah,
Yes.
I have to. It's the
So-
Bird Bowl.
I'm taking the Steelers. One, the Ravens have just looked off with Lamar playing. He's probably going to play in this game. And Mike Tomlin is an underdog at home. Game he shouldn't win, which means he's probably going to. That's my dumb NFL fan logic.
Well, you can take that 150 and 92 record and keep that logic.
I mean, he's still uncertain for Week 18, Lamar.
If Tyler Huntley plays, I might actually like the Ravens better. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, in a winner-go-home situation, too.
It's a playoff game for Lamar.
Yeah.
Bad news. All right, y'all. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you again. Hope everyone enjoys their new year. We'll be back for playoff previews. And again, we will take you all the way through the Super Bowl. But until then, take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.